Hey, YouTube. It's a Terrence kind of thing. Hey, I am. I I know you guys are gonna be like, "What the crap is on his face?" So I want to let me turn some lights on. I think I want to even do the my my ring light. Y'all just hold on for me, okay? Because we're gonna talk about some things. Oh, that's better. Okay, so I got this zit going right here, and a little trick that I learned from. Uh, Walking back, I gotta get a couple things. A little trick I learned from. I probably would say some YouTube videos with a certain amount of toothpaste and placing it on your face and drying it up. So oh, I obviously I'm shaved, kind of bald head. I have been having a great week. This is such a distraction, right? Sorry guys, it's just like it's kind of hardening up now. I'm gonna remove it later. But yeah, the it probably looks bad right now, but it was way worse before. But yeah, I am just trying to have, I guess, an amazing night. But I've been having a really, really, really good week. It's been a lot. It's been rough some days, but for the most part, I mean, absolutely incredible. Because I made it that way. Everything that was thrown at me, every negative situation, be it, in surgery or outside of my work, I just tried to tackle it with positivity. Honest to God. My friends, my coworkers can vouch for me, okay? I have tried to tackle everything, and I feel like I did. So, yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to come on and talk, and I'm probably gonna like talk for a little bit because obviously I can talk, but I think it's important, with some things that I'm gonna say, and I'll make some other videos as well. So sorry if you guys, don't like long videos or expressive videos, but yeah, this is probably going to be one of them. I first want to touch base on Peach McIntyre and what's going on. And again, these are my opinions, and I think you guys already know over it here. Over at this channel, it's a Terrence kind of thing. I'm a positive individual. I preach it. Oh, I got my Slots Vista in the background on the big screen. I got like 4 devices going, so I'm a social media device mess right now, but it's exciting. Anyway, getting back on track, I support Peach McIntyre, and I want to keep things positive, and I will keep things positive. And going into the video, it's pretty much just that's what I want to talk about. Like, that's one thing I want to talk about, but I think in a whole, it does sum up everything. Again, positivity, and you choosing to do what you want to do and be who you want to be and like what you want to like, and just living life to the best of your ability. So now, with that being said, it's Peach McIntyre, who I absolutely love, okay? And yeah, again, you're not going to get me to say one bad thing about her, okay? You can like it, you can love it, you can hate it, you can so, whatever. This girl is a genius. She is absolutely amazing. Um, I can't stress that enough because as I sit here holding um, my Android tablet that my sister Keisha Berger McGregory got me. I've already did a video on that, so you guys know my Vantco. I feel like I'm murdering that name, but I'm excited, and it's so wow, it's so cool that I have this. I love. It doesn't take much to make me excited and stuff, obviously, but I love I love her so much for doing all the things that she's doing. But I feel like I'm getting off subject because I'm gonna touch base on that too. But yeah, you're not gonna get me to say anything negative, and there aren't honestly there really aren't any negatives. Let me tell you this. I feel like a person will watch a person be friends with someone, whatever, like be it social media, be it in person, what have you. It doesn't matter the setting or the situation. But I do feel like it's just maybe it's inevitable. Some people are just not going to rock with people, you know what I'm saying? And understand where they're coming from. Or maybe they probably can relate better if the person doesn't have as much. Or let's just say there's two twin sisters. And growing up in the same household, obviously, with the same the same opportunities, going to school. Now you're in K through fourth. You go to intermediate, fifth and sixth, and then you go to junior high, seventh and eighth, and then you trickle on into high school, which is ninth through 12th. Okay, let's just say you get to high school. Now, these are ninth graders now. They're 14, years of age. One sister decides, hey, mom, dad, I want to. Now, they've been rocking with each other, okay? They've been rocking with each other, and they're family. So they're thicker than water. They're deep and rich blood, okay? So just follow me, okay? And they're in the ninth grade, almost pretty much got some of the same classes, same instructors. One of the sisters decides, hey, I want to go out for cheerleading. I want to try this. This seems fun. Now, they both are, again, I want to make this very clear, very, very noticeable. They're both in great shape. It's not fraternal. They're identical. They look just alike. Almost like, let's just put it into a picture, Tia and Tamara. Okay, now there's little things you can tell them apart and stuff, but for the most part, they really do look just alike. Oh, I forgot Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen twins. Okay, so again, they look just alike. So it's not like it's a thing where they're fraternal, and then one's a boy, one's a girl, or one's black, one's white. That is very possible. It's none of that. It's literally identical, okay, in every sense. Upbringing, like I said, the opportunities, all of that, okay? And this one sister says, hey, I want to try out for cheerleading. And she does it. She goes and she pushes it. And she makes it. Okay? Now, the other sister is like really not really interested in that. And they're both incredibly smart. Again, I'm not trying to pin them against each other. I'm just trying to paint this. I hope you guys are following. I want to paint this picture very, very, very vividly and hopefully clear. Because as you know, like I said, same upbringing and everything. They're just in ninth grade. They're young girls, okay? They're young women, and they are now getting ready for the other part of their lives, okay? So the one that went out for cheerleading, again, like I said, she makes it, becomes the captain, so popular, everybody absolutely loves her, and And you might think, well, how are they telling them apart? They do start to dress different. They don't dress alike. Okay, this is a school that doesn't have. This will be a school that wouldn't have outfits like uniforms. So yeah, they're allowed to dress the way they want to dress. Of course, it needs to be appropriate. But anyway, she's killing it. Okay, she's so popular. They're still both very beautiful, but it's just the fact that this one of the sisters just stand out more so than the other. Okay, they both are making great grades. They're like number one and number two. They're like Serena Williams, back in those early 2000s, just leading one and two, and they're both taking parts like 1, 2, and then the other one's 1, and the other one's 2. It's incredible. Okay, so you're still following me. 9th, 10th, 11th, they're seniors. They graduate. One's valedictorian, one's salutatorian. If you ask me, I don't think that... I don't think it's too much of a difference. I graduated with high honors out of 700 kids. So I'm grateful for that, big time. Yeah, top 10 in my class, I think. Gosh, I really can't remember. Anyway, so I wanted to, still get this picture going. One's, like I said, one was super, super popular. They're both, have opportunities of, getting into college and certain things. They both get scholarships. One decides, okay, you know what, I want to take a year off. I'm going to take some time off, what have you, and all that good stuff. And then the other one just hops into college and she gets busy. Now, this is when it gets to the point where I'm like, people are like, what's your point? You're losing me. I don't understand. You're talking about Peach McIntyre and then you're saying you're giving this crazy, crazy long story, this scenario. I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that these are sisters. Their bond is what? They say it's unbreakable, and they're twins. They look just alike. They're acting just alike. But one decided to do something different than the other. She became very successful with that, far as within high school. And then getting out, now the cheerleader one, she was the one that wanted to take time away from, she wanted to take time out and not go to college right away. But the one that didn't do the cheerleading, it wasn't very popular in high school, decided to go ahead and go to college. And later she got multiple degrees and just did so much. But I still want to kind of do the stair stepper thing going, because it really is really important that people understand this. People change, okay? And you can be family, and family just simply probably outgrows family, and that's okay. That's a part of life. These two sisters literally outgrew each other, and one thought that the other one was better than the other, and there was a little bit of jealousy there. That's actually quite natural. We as people, we all are jealous at times. If someone says they're never jealous, I must say I would have to call them a liar. I think they're fibbing, because it's so easy. It's so easy for people to, say that they're not a certain, that they don't do that, but it definitely does exist. And like I keep saying, I won't stress it. I'm sorry, I'm just turning down. I won't stress it enough how serious this is, and the fact that it really does exist. What is going on here? I'm sorry, people in YouTube land. I'm having some malfunctions. Okay. One moment. Because I don't want to lose you guys. I really want to get into this, because maybe some people may be like, oh, whatever. And then some may be like, okay, I kind of understand what he's saying. So again, we're at the sisters, and yeah, like I said, one has multiple degrees now, and then the other, it's not like she's homeless. She's done social media. And, she's comfortable. She's living okay, but the other one is really wow. So, again, like I said, there's jealousy there, and so it's just a natural thing, and it's maybe some people may not understand it, but that's just how it is. These two sisters who were so loving and caring about each other, they they grew apart. I'm not saying that's going to happen every time, and it doesn't, okay? Because you know what? She has people that truly support her, a part of this peach patch, that truly support her since day one. They may not agree with everything, but they still support. If you're a true fan, if you're a true friend, if you're a true supporter, you're going to keep it real, but you're not going to be like, oh, well, you're making me upset because it seems like you're addressing negativity, or it seems like you're not as happy as you were 2 weeks ago or a week ago in the video, so I'm going to unsubscribe. Well, I feel like personally, that may be something that was bound to happen, and you probably stage your season or your week or what have you, and that's just how it is. I feel like in life it's unfortunate, but everything does happen for a reason, and some things we just can't simply explain or understand even. But I must say, and this has happened, the story that I'm talking about is actually quite a true story, and I know it very well because, let's just say I know I know a set of twins, best buds. I mean, growing up and just separating because of the different paths they chose. And you simply would think, wow, well, maybe she chose this path and she is making this or she's doing this, but they would still be in support of each other. That's not always the case, and I see that. And I think that's exactly what's happening with Peach McIntyre, in my opinion. Hello, okay? My opinion. I feel like that's what's happening with her. I think she definitely, the platform that she's on, okay, is growing. It's still growing. We see the numbers. She's not lying about that. I mean, you could say something and stuff, but it's like, come on, guys. She has no reason to lie about these things. It's just that some people, which probably are subscribers, they want it to be a lie so bad because, she's still succeeding. She's still elevating. She's still growing. Why? Because she's manifesting. Because she's being consistent. She's putting in her time. That one sister that wanted to sit back and not do this and not do that, but she thought, cheerleading was, this is the bee's knees and I'm going to be popular and blah, 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 and everybody's going to love me. And then she kind of gets out and not go to school. And then the other, the girl who just was not as popular, the other twin, and went to school and got her education. And you know what? Sometimes, hell, education is expensive. You're in debt, you're this, you're that. But this girl obtained degrees, and she got the job of her dreams, and she went out and she did her thing. Okay, she believed she could, so she did. Okay, hello. It's just facts, and they grew apart from each other, and I think that some of her subscribers, maybe even family, maybe even friends, again, this is my opinion, probably are going to grow away from her. And you know what? It's sad, but it's true. It's life. I've dealt with that just recently with one of my best friends. And that's very, 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 that's hard. That's touchy. I might talk about that in another video, but I think sometimes, you need to take a step back and really focus on your own life and not get so caught up in other people's lives and situations, even as friends and family members. And when that does happen, you need to be like, hey, I need to take a breather. I need to take a step back. So, with all that being said, I feel like I really feel like, wow, this was meant to be. This was meant to happen. And it it might be sad for people, or like I said, maybe people don't understand, but it was bound to happen. You go from, say, food stamps, or living in the projects, and then you are able to go purchase a car, outright cash. People are gonna hate. People are gonna hate even when you were getting food stamps in the projects and things, and and people may say, well, what do you know, Terrence? You don't understand. You don't know these things. Well, I grew up with not having much at all. Okay, my mom and dad worked very, very hard to keep a roof over our head, and when I was smaller, I didn't know we didn't have much. Okay, but it's not until you get into like high school and you get out and you're into college, and it's like, oh man, I still don't have a car. I don't have this. I don't have that. And I'm not trying to say, okay, well, I just didn't have much, but it's just facts. We didn't have what a lot of the other kids did, have, and that's okay. That's just fine. What were there times when it's like, oh, I wish I would have, these pair of shoes, or this name brand, or this name brand. You know what? Definitely. There were multiple times I wish I could have had this or that. But I thank God that, God just kept my mind clear, okay? And I was focused on education and living, and not getting so hung up on certain things, because I feel like maybe that other twin did. She got hung up on the popularity and even like being prom queen or this or that, and that's all sweet and amazing, and it's amazing memories, and it will never be taken away from you and stuff. But there's your other part, the next part of your life waiting, and you got to tackle it. And I think that Peach McIntyre is continually doing that. She had some downs. Real downs. She even said it in the video, and I was like, go ahead, because she's telling people, listen, I've lived in my car. I lived in a shelter. I'm not going to try to cry on here, because I'm like, wow, those videos, and I, like I said, I'm a true supporter and really have watched probably every video that she's done, and it hits me because it's so amazing. It's so authentic. You can't help but to see that. Her, like, the transgression. It's like she's grown so much, but she's always been super smart. And it's like, okay, because she didn't have maybe the money or certain things, people related to her. Some people related to her a lot more, but now she's more outspoken and she's more confident. And it's like, oh, I can't hang around her now. I can't support that because, she out here, she winning, and I'm like, I'm barely making it. And when she was barely making it herself, we were on the same level. Instead of, wow, she's doing that, and we had the same. We've had the same situations and had to deal with the same problems. And if she can come above this, so can I. And she even had this $1 million company, and then it just kind of went under, and now she's back on top. Like she's even sharing this message. As long as you have breath in you, you can change. You can change for the better. You can push yourself, but you gotta want to do it. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's continually pushing herself, no matter what. And she's so raw and she's so authentic. And this is why this woman is gonna keep growing and keep doing amazing things. how could you not support that? You know, okay, if you don't want to support it, okay, cool, but how could you not? It is so inspiring, and but with the like, as I talk about this story, it shows you that even family, you know, even like your best friends, you can grow apart, you know, from each other, and it's just, you know, you're on different levels, and it may sound cocky and it's so unfortunate, but that's just, again, I feel like I'm stating facts, but it's gonna be some hiccups along the way, and only the true supporters and friends and fans are going to rock with you and stick with you. That's my opinion. And the ones that probably once were true at some point are probably going to be like, oh no, I'm going to go. I'm going to leave because I don't have time for this. It's just too much. And again, I feel like that's a part of life. And, you know, to this day, those twins aren't talking, you know, and that's just, again, I keep saying unfortunate, and that is unfortunate, but that was probably the way that it was supposed to be. They're going to be, and you don't, I mean, you can be blood sisters and stuff, but you don't necessarily have to, like, say if you meet friends and you're like, oh, that's my sister, that's my brother. I legit think that, you know, strangers and people that you meet can become your family. Okay, that's how I look at it. I mean, it's a lot of people that's doing a lot of things for people that don't know them as well as their family did, but it's just that they just have a natural love for people. And you know, we can't have enough people like that in this world, especially at these times now. But I do feel like, sorry, excuse me, I do feel like definitely we're facing situations that are that are truly depressing. And if you do have some friends, you know, that are just decent, okay, try and work some things out. And if you do feel like you have to separate from them, do that, but do it respectfully. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to be entirely negative, but you need to let them know what's up. That's how I look at it. And again, going, you know, back to Peach McIntyre, I feel like some of the videos where people think, okay, she's addressing all this negativity and oh my gosh, she's changed and the content has changed. Well, the content kind of does change because her situations have changed. I know people are going to hate, you know, and that's okay, but like I keep saying, people do change. Situation does change. They keep saying the money has changed her, but I'm like, okay, this woman had money. And not to mention, okay, she's had money before, but not to mention, even when she was like, you know, with the government assistance, she hustled. She still did so much. She still worked. I mean, you look at her pantry. Remember the pantry in the apartment that she was in the projects and stuff? I mean, she was still about things in a bulk. I mean, she was doing, in my opinion, she was just doing rock solid amazing. I thought that apartment was so beautiful. She showed you, if you really look, okay, guys, if you really look and you look deep within, you'll see that she was always teaching. And she was always making a point, okay? I mean, look at when she would go to her mom's house. Looked really beautiful to me. Kitchen was big and beautiful, okay? Like, she has believed in herself, I think, from the start. Yes, she had those times when she's down, and that's why she speaks of, you know, having the support, you know, team around you, but because we're all going to face it. I face it. I mean, I sometimes I'm down about my tennis, you know, and then that affects me in every other kind of way. Because when it's passion and And when it means something to you and you're not getting kind of sometimes what you put in, you do. I feel like you do. You have some doubt, and again, all of this is okay. All of this is normal. So I feel like unfortunately she's gonna have haters. I'm gonna have haters. You all are gonna have haters. But let's also look at the fact that we're gonna have a lot of people supporting us. I'm a believer of God. I don't know about you, but I am. So I know, oh my gosh, I got him on my side. I'm good. I'm good. My mom, like I said, she's passed away, but I feel like I have one of the world's greatest angels, if I may say that, watching over me and really, really, really helping me, not strangle nobody. And all jokes aside, I really feel like you have to want to better yourself. And sometimes when you do that, it's gonna maybe disrupt other people. And you're like, I'm really not trying to be disruptive, but I can't help the way that you feel. I naturally want to do this or do that. And you naturally are offended by it. And that's just how it's going to be. Apparently, it's I'm scratching my back, by the way. Apparently, it's just how it is in the world. People have a choice to do whatever they want to do. And if you want to just sit, behind a computer or wherever, your phone or an iPad or an Android tablet, and really be negative, you can do that. I choose not to do it. I choose to be positive. Like I said, I might address something negative, but not several times. And okay, let's just say that too. Let's touch that. Okay, so if Peach McIntyre, you're like, oh, she keeps addressing the negativity, she can do it. It's her prerogative. I might not address things as much as she does, but I ain't here to judge her. And also she, at the end of the day, people may not like it, but heck, she is still working. She is still killing the game. And I think that's where people probably are forgetting too. She really is branding the heck out of herself. Now, let's also add, let's forget about those twins, okay? But let's also add maybe Cardi B. Let's just add Nicki Minaj. And, unfortunately, I feel like they're two of the top amazing, female artists that, we have around here. But unfortunately, their lives are filled with some drama as well. And they even had the beef between themselves and might still do. I'm not too sure about that. But my point is, they're going to have haters, okay? They're going to have supporters. And it's going to happen to somebody who is super, super, super famous. It'll happen to maybe somebody who, maybe a small YouTuber like myself. But the whole point of me saying all of this is, it's life, guys. It's life. I'm sure Cardi B has experienced things with her family, as she said, even on Love and Hip Hop. Okay, see, I'm taking you way back, okay? Because I'm a follower. I'm really a fan. But she pushed through that. She did. Her sister, at times Cardi B felt like, okay, hey, I'm being used, and you know what? Let's just face it. Sometimes family does do that. And all this is, I hope people can understand what I'm saying. All this is just natural. It happens, okay? It happens in everybody's families. It happens in the church. It happens in the work environment. somebody see you coming in with a positive attitude and, oh, I'm eager to work, they're going to work the heck out of you. That's just a God honest truth. And from my opinions, though, maybe you guys have a different perspective and a different opinion, and that's okay. And if you do, hey, share them in the comments. Let's talk. I will get to each comment and be it good or bad. And I like to talk. I like to get to the core of things and really understand things, and you can't do that, in my opinion, if you don't communicate. But yeah, stars alike and everybody. I mean, it's gonna have a crazy amount of haters, and they're in the public eye. They're bringing them amongst themselves, and you got to be ready. And I will say this. I feel like Peach McIntyre is ready. We have those days when we don't want to go, we don't want to get up, we want to stop, but the most important thing is to keep going. I learned that in tennis. Like I said, I've been playing since I was 10, so I've learned those core values and those amazing lessons have really stuck with me throughout my life, and even like so much. My mom has taught me so much, but even through like her diagnosis and then into her passing, I incorporated that into my life, and it helped me so much. I don't know how. Okay, how am I able to even sit here and just talk and hold this tablet and talk to you guys? And I have call tomorrow at work, and I have a busy week coming up. And how am I able to even do all of this? First and foremost, God. Okay, but then second, my mom teaching me to hang in there, don't give up. And I think going back to when I was talking about, if you're throwing that towel in, well, you better go pick up a new towel. As long as you keep going. And my mom would say it time and time again, I might be down, but I'm not going to stay down. Do you understand? I might be down, but I'm not going to stay down. Woo, Gloria Bergen. Oh, I don't think people understand. I'm going to say it one more time. I might be down. I might be down now, but I'm not going to stay down. And it's as if, man, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can bring your craziness. You can bring any and everything you got. Nothing is gonna get me. Nothing's gonna keep me down. You may get me down a little bit. It's not gonna keep me down. I'm gonna get back up. Get back up again. Okay, I bust out into a song on this video. I might need to say that for another one too. But seriously, get back up. Don't stay down. Get back into the game. I want to say get back on the horse, but if it's threatening to if it's probably gonna kill you, I don't know about that so much. Just a little funny, just a little humor in there. But anyway, but no, get back up. Brush yourself off, and you got it. Keep going. And I think Peach McIntyre is showing us that tenfold, and it's so awesome. It's so awesome. It's so awesome to see. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why people are not taking their notes. I mean, I just think just her alone it's a class within itself. I got my pen and paper every time, even with every video, and I'm telling you, I do. That's what I do, and that's how I feel like even in myself, I'm growing. I am staying consistent. But I'm also, even before watching her, I'm applying what I do in surgery and what I learned in school and what I learned with my mom and dad. I'm applying it in everything in my life. So when I step out on the practice courts, I'm giving it 100. I'm giving it 110%. When I take somebody's call and I get called in, and somebody maybe the nurse manager, she's calling, oh, Terrence, you have to come in. Okay, well, no problem. I'll see you then. and it literally it stifles her. I've been told just all of my career, in so many different states I've been, I have never met somebody who was that happy when I called them to come into work. Well, ma'am, I know this in advance that I'm taking call. There's a big chance I might get called in. I'm not going to spin it saying, oh, I don't want to go to work. Why in the world are they calling me when I know I'm on call, when I know there's a chance, a possibility? I'm just going to be like, okay, well, no problem. Thank you so much. I'll see you then. I mean, that's just naturally me. Call me crazy as you want. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I'll be that crazy person. I'm not going to change me. You know, but this is the deal. If I were to change, okay, I'm naturally assuming that for myself, I'm changing for the better. I would want to change for the better. But even if I change and I think I'm changing for the better, you might see, oh wait, he's always been like true and speaking well and this and this and that, but now he seems like way too opinionated or way too outspoken, and it's like I've always been this way, but I was this way when I probably didn't have much or this or that. Now, that's not the case with me. Not saying I got a whole lot of stuff. I'm just saying like I know that I'm blessed, and I thank God so much for everything, that He's allowing me to, receive and have for this time here on earth. I just thank God. I thank God tremendously, and I think that's a huge thing too. I think somebody mentioned, I guess this whole video is going to probably, maybe trickle around Peach McIntyre. I didn't plan on it, okay? But someone did speak about, well, her children. Are your children not in church? Or why aren't your children in church? Now, I have been to 30 states. I'm going to just come on in myself, okay, without the editing. I've been to 30 states. And I can't tell you how many people in the hospitals, in the community, in the community, that just includes the stores and the restaurants and, the public, places and all that good stuff. Like, it includes all of that. How many people have told me, oh my gosh, like, your mom and dad raised you so well, and young man, I mean, wow, you definitely are anointed, and what's your religion, and yeah, you definitely probably was raised up in the church, and you sound like you can sing, and what are you in a choir? Are you doing this, or are you in a choir at your church? And so I do have to take a step back in my mind. I'm like, my mom, she would go to church, very seldom. We weren't a family that went to church. Like, we didn't do Bible study. We didn't do church on Sunday. We would go. It would be times where we probably would go and do things, or we probably got involved with some things. Say if it was a choir or what have you, or a summer event, and you're going to church, or you're doing certain things like that. But it was not like a consistent occurrence. Like, okay, well, all right, Bible study and then church on Sunday, and church, sometimes on another day or whatever. It wasn't like that, but that doesn't mean that I didn't know God. I knew God for as long as I can remember. I remember serving serving for the first time, when I was 10, and making it to the court. I'm sorry, not to the court, because I started with a lotion bottle. I think I touched on that a little bit, but serving with the lotion bottle, like against like my dad, like the garage, the carport that we had, and And I remember just like going for it, with this lotion bottle. It's a it was like big lotion bottle. And I remember, just feeling free, and wow, yeah, it's just I try to. I was just going for things, I was trying to just go out of my go out of the way to learn and to grow, and that's what we all have to do. And again, like I said, I feel like that's exactly what Peach McIntyre is doing, and guys, she's doing it. She's doing it beautifully. And again, you might not agree with certain things, and again, that's just gonna be okay. I hope you guys are understanding my point in all of this, and I hope that I sure hope that people also understand that in the end, we all are gonna have to answer to God. In my opinion, I feel like that, and as I say, like when I spoke about like church and people talking about her kids, and we all have to answer to God, but a lot of people who didn't go to church, and I don't know her situation. I'm just saying, that does not matter. That does not matter. And that is like really, that's just, it's my opinion, but in my life, it's facts. It's not just it's a law. It's not just a theory. Like, you can be successful, in Jesus' name. You sure can be. And you don't have to step foot in a church. I mean, there's some people that have built churches, and that was the blessing for a community, and they probably were atheists. They probably didn't even believe in God. I know a surgeon in Los Angeles, California, who he is making such a huge difference, like in people's lives. He's a urologist, and he back in 2009. I mean, I went to City of Hope, California, outskirts of LA, and this doctor. I mean, he probably they had the SI. He probably was on his 2000 robotic case then, a robotic prostatectomy to be exact. So men and having prostate cancer, he removed the prostate robotically, and if you know anything about robotic surgery, your recovery time, it's pretty much cut in half, with the majority of patients. Okay, because so you do have some patients that are in more critical condition, and recovery probably will take a little bit extra time. But my point of all that is, this man ain't go to church. And, he didn't even believe in God. And, that's just what he wants to do. And I'm not going to judge him. I mean, it literally, it would be a contradiction in every form. I mean, it's inevitable. We all judge. Again, like I was said at the beginning of the video, if I were to say we're not, or if I didn't, I'd be lying. I'd be fibbing out of this world, because we all do judge. But you have to think. You have to think before you do all of that. Think before you speak. Listen. Be that sponge. Now, oh man, I'm taking it back to surgical technology school days when my instructor said, you know what, you go in that room and you represent East Central Community College, and we held our hands a certain way, and they knew when East Central Community College surgical tech students were there. They knew compared to the other schools. And you guys, show that you're eager to learn, but don't get in anybody's way, and be respectful and be ready. And that's why we were successful. That's why that school is still successful, and that program is blossoming into just the most beautiful thing ever. And again, I graduated from there in 2006. Wow. But anyway, going um, going back, it's just important. It's important to try and not let things get to you, because they will get to you. But it's important to not let them get to you to the point where you're staying down, where you just as if you feel like you're giving up, or the world is just like, doesn't matter, or it's out to get you. Don't give in to it. Don't give in to it. It's gonna be just fine. I'm a big believer in that. Manifestation. I mean, I will have to do another video where I'm just talking about that alone, because I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm in this situation now, which is a wonderful situation to be in. It's such a blessing, because I believed, I fought, I pushed myself, I spoke things into existence, and life is hard. Life is hard. We see it on the news. We know it is. We know it's very stressful out here. It's very stressful. But it's gonna be okay. And to be honest, I feel like that's what Peach McIntyre is telling herself as well, and because she knows it. She knows it's gonna be okay. It will be rocky days, but this woman is a beautiful wife, beautiful woman. I mean, beautiful mother, 6 beautiful children who are all innocent and shouldn't be judged. I mean, and shame on you guys if you really are doing it. I mean, let's stop judging children. Let's stop, being disrespectful really in that sense. I mean, that's pretty bad. That's pretty low. And like I said, I don't really address too much of the negativity, but I think we definitely need to stop that, because children are innocent in this. And I know that even I have exposed my niece, who is absolutely beautiful, and I know she is, and can't nobody tell me she ain't. And definitely my nephews, who are so adorable. The McGregory kids are absolutely amazing. I also have 2 more, another niece and another nephew, and that's from my middle sister. Her name is Lanice, and she's gorgeous. She's beautiful as well, and she does her own thing. That's for sure. But I'm so happy to be an uncle of 5 beautiful children. And again, it's important that we keep them out of it. It's important that we do that, because your children also are a part of the future. My nieces and nephews, my cousins, and just people, little kids in general. Now, are little kids bad as hell? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, they are. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But they are absolutely angels. They're innocent. And we know they're innocent because they don't mind telling you, hey, Uncle Terrence, you're big. Now, I do shout out to my oldest nephew, Jamon Jr. That boy melts my heart. He is so incredible. He's like, don't you call yourself big? Don't you call yourself fat? You are not big. You're not fat. You're not this. That boy has a heart of gold. Okay, and it's not to discredit any of other of my nieces and nephews, but he is absolutely amazing and so great. And check out his channel, Jamal McGregory Jr. And he's on YouTube. He's not showing his face, but he's I call him the WWE whisperer. He knows everything about every wrestler. I mean, even like back in my days with the Hulk Hogan, Rancho, the Randy Savage or something. I don't even know all these, and Ric Flair's and the Andre the Giant. But he's brilliant. He's incredible. And he's so smart. But he is the future. So are your children. So are your nieces and nephews. So are your cousins. So are your little sisters and brothers. So are Peach McIntyre. Beautiful children, a part of the future. So let's just keep them out of that. Um, and like I said, it's inevitable. We're going to judge. I'm going to judge. But I think we should really, really try our best to listen and be that sponge and then speak and then pass judgment. Like I said, it's inevitable. We all do it and stuff, but I just think we do it out of order, and that's when those conflicts and those issues arise. That's when they come to surface. And even in my life, I'm focusing, like I said, I'm focusing on being positive, and when bad things do happen, like I've dealt with so much. My last assignment was in Albany. Well, actually, my last assignment was in Minnesota, and then before that, I was in Albany, New York, and I dealt with a lot of adversity and just some negative things, but I managed to keep pushing. Oh God, excuse me. Oh, I guess I'm getting tired. I don't know. It just kind of hit me, but I managed to keep pushing, and I'm going to continue to do that. Now, I'm not done just yet. I guess that live is over with. I've just been talking, but I want to also touch base on just not giving up, and learning to do whatever you need to do, even if it's you stepping back from a job or you are stepping into something else, but not giving up. And people say, well, that doesn't make sense. If I'm leaving a job, I'm giving up or I'm quitting from that. Maybe some people may think that. No, it's when you're doing that because other opportunities are going to open up that are better for you, and what you're doing right now is not good for you, and you need to exit. Now, I'm saying definitely let's use common sense. Let's be realistic. We do have bills. We do have things to deal with in everyday life, but long term is what I'm speaking of. Is this going to be what you want to do? What you're going to do? Is this all that you feel that you need to do? And if you answer those questions or however you want to answer them, and then you get to decide, like you get to choose how you're going to live your life and what you want out of life. But the big picture is, don't give up. Don't give up. It's rocky. He'll probably rocky like, my video kind of is, because this is a pretty big, it's just this tablet is so beautiful. But don't stop. Don't stop. Do not stop. I mean, say it a million times if you have to in your head, when you're thinking about doing it, but don't stop. Don't stop. Now, again, don't stop doesn't mean that yellow light, oh, it's red, you better go through it. No. Of course, I know you guys know that, but I'm saying don't stop that thought process. You may be in a situation right now where you don't like your job, or maybe you're making so much money, but you're like, oh, I'm just tired of, dealing with the family and friends and this and that and leeches and what have you. You can choose. You can choose to not let any of that get you down. But when I say choose, it's still it's still an emotion and a way of going forward. You got to keep going. Keep one foot in front of the other, and keep that head high and say, you know what, I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let it keep me down. I'm going to just get back up. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm fighting on, I'm marching on, and I'm telling you, you're going to reach that destination, and be it literally or figuratively speaking, where it's like, oh wow, it's such a good feeling internally. Like I think that I can I can handle negativity better. Um, I might address some negativity, but you know what? That does not define me. You guys don't define me. I define myself. Um, and I hope you guys are getting the message, okay? And know that because I know I'm doing an awful lot of talking and stuff, whatever. But I'm so passionate about this, and I guess in a way, like okay, but again, okay, I don't know Peach McIntyre, but you don't have to know someone um, to like share, some of your ideas or your opinions or certain things, and just your perspective about somebody it's almost like I'm doing a review from my perspective of Peach McIntyre, just as if with earlier with the video I put out about my sneaky sister getting me yet another awesome gift. She got me. If you haven't watched the video, you know what you just gotta check that video out. She got me something else that's really 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 awesome, but I'm gonna be doing a review on them soon actually. And the point is, hey, it's a review, okay? And we react and we review to even people. So that's just what I'm doing now. But the whole point is it's just like, just love yourself, and I guess not show hate towards people, but I guess if you feel like you have to, keep kids out of it and try and find something in your life, not necessarily even about that individual, but find something in your life where it takes you away from that thought process mentally. I mean, maybe if that makes sense, maybe you could find some type of outlet. Maybe you can seriously sit and vlog or really just turn the camera on and just talk. You don't even have to post it. It can be for you, and you play it back and you watch your body language and just the mannerisms and your tones, and when you're speaking about certain things, maybe you even like laugh a little bit or you cry. But, just get to know yourself more, before you start to, or before you feel like you need to do that. Get to know yourself. Get to know you. And I think that's going to be the big thing is getting to know yourself and loving yourself in entirely, just loving everything about you. I know I got to work on it. I got to work on it. So, and I'm man enough to admit that. I don't know if you are woman enough or man enough to admit your flaws or whatever. I don't even want to say flaws, but just admit that you might need some work in the department of, caring about yourself or someone else, or loving yourself or loving, someone else, not being so jealous or hateful or what have you. Whatever it is, we all got something we need to work on. That's just the God honest truth. And I just hope this video in some way touches people saying, wow, him talking about those twins and they grew apart, and I guess, it just only makes sense that some of her subscribers may grow apart from her because they just don't get it. But they've been rocking with her for so long, but they don't get it. And that's just how it's meant to be. That's how it's going to be. Okay? We can't change that. We can't change that. And that's so true. You can't change what's meant to be. Ooh, gosh. I think I need to, let me just write it down. We had I might be down, but I won't stay down. Now, I'll never forget that one because I hear my mom, I hear her saying it right now. To be real, I hear her right now deep in my heart, in my soul. I'm like, I mean, I got goosebumps when I think about it. Um, Amazing, amazing, amazing. I mean, I feel her love all around me, and that's also something that's picking me up. And I'm a big guy, okay. Now I didn't say fat, Jamon Jr. If you're watching, but I don't know because he don't like big either. Well, I'm a pretty strong guy. What about that one, Jamon Jr.? You like that one? Yeah, I'm serious. My nephew does not like it when I say big or fat. He does not like it, and it just melts my heart. He just loves me so much, and I love him so much. Love him, love him, love him. He's so good. He's so good for me. Just makes my heart so full. I miss them so much. I miss my nieces and nephews. But but definitely I feel like she's picking me up, and she's she's picking me up, and she's dropping me down right where I need to be in the right direction. And again, like I said, sometimes even when we're on the right path, there might be, I don't want to say a bison. I don't want to say a buffalo or anything like that, but there might be like a little stray dog, not Cujo, but Courage the Cowardly Dog or something like that. If y'all know if the 90 babies are out there, and I'm sorry, the 80 babies are out there, and going back into the the 90s with the Courage the Cowardly Dog, okay? If you know what I mean by that. And yeah, so it might be, some things along the way, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We were placed on this path by somebody who loves us, okay? Be it if spiritual God, a loved one that you lost, God Himself, an amazing angel. It's not coincidence, and I'm not gonna give it that. I'm gonna say that it is what is meant to be will be. Just like this pimple, it's gonna go down because it's meant to go down. But at the same time, it popped up on my face because that's just that's what it was gonna be. And I have no control over that, but I do have some control as of now, like uh, nursing it away. Wow, I mean, I feel like I'm going deep tonight, with just the phrases and these sayings and what I'm talking about and how I'm saying it. It just, wow, it definitely it hits you. It hits pretty deep. Wow, that's so cool. That's so awesome. But YouTube, YouTube, my peeps in YouTube land. Yeah, I definitely wanted to hop on, okay, and have a nice long discussion about this. And like I said, I hope that it reaches you in a decent way, I suppose. Like you able to understand, or maybe. Okay, so you're able to maybe really grasp the situation, like what's going on with Peach McIntyre a little bit better. I mean, like I said, this is my opinion. I know it's going to be some people saying, well, no, that doesn't matter. It's no excuses, no excuse. I'm not making excuses. I mean, I feel like I'm stating the facts. Like people, even family members, grow apart from each other and they change, but, in their eyes, in their opinion, they're changing for the better. And if you can't see them changing for the better, you're naturally going to be like, okay, no, they're worse, they're this. That's all they talk about. This is and this is and this and that. But the situation has changed. The dynamics, everything has changed. Of course, money's going to be talked about, and because you have so many people that are talking about, oh, you don't have this, or you don't have this, or you shouldn't do this, or your kids are this. So naturally, yeah, you're going to probably want to tackle those things. I think one of the important messages, like what I tried to, get through, with this message. It's like, leave the kids out of it. Come on now, leave the kids out of it. Um, and if you fall, you get back up. Don't stay down. Love yourself. It's okay to be different. It's okay if you have to take a step back from even a best friend or a sister, brother, cousin, whoever. It's okay to be selfish and love yourself, because you got to protect your peace. Real talk. Real talk. That is the honest to God truth, okay? All right, so YouTube, I am going to, I guess I'm going to be signing off, because I'm going to do another video maybe in a little while. But yeah, I sure hope you guys liked it. I sure hope with all of my getting off topic and going here. I want to make these raw videos. And this, I'm not even going to edit. I want you to understand, like, full circle, and just get that real, without the extra added, clapping and the emojis or the shaking of the camera, even though I just kind of like zoom in sometimes myself and then zoom out. That's so awesome. I need to market myself on my own editing software. But yeah, I hope that you like it enough to, leave a comment and subscribe, and definitely we're going to, like I said, we're all going to be okay. Know that. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off of here. Might be on in a little bit. I hope and pray each and every last one of you have just an amazing 4th of July. And I hope your upcoming week is filled with so many blessings, and blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings. I feel like you all deserve it. And I just hope that you're healthy, and God continues to bless each and every last one of you. Thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot. Thank you for listening to me and lending me your ear. And yeah, like I said, please subscribe, comment, and like. It's a Terrence kind of thing. It doesn't matter what you bring. Come and watch him do his thing, because it's a Terrence kind of thing, baby. Okay? Have a blessed and wonderful night. Bye-bye.